All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining us for Atlanta News First Plus. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Courteney Jacobazzi. We do have a First Alert weather day today. If you haven't noticed, it's getting quite cold out there. After starting in the 50s and 60s, temperatures are quickly dropping, and they will continue to do so over the next couple of hours. Not only that, the wind will continue to pick up. In fact, we've already had wind gusts upwards of about 40 miles per hour across the city. So it has been a blustery day, and that will continue through the rest of the afternoon. So that is the reason, again, for our First Alert weather day. Let's get you through your forecast for today and through the rest of the week. So today, temperatures drop. Tonight, the wind continues to pick up. It is going to be a breezy and colder, I should say windy and cold day. I do want to do some catch up, though, first before we take you through the rest of the day. We did have quite a bit of rain yesterday, and as my graphics are moving forward, I know that's First Alert Meteorologist Ella Dorsey that is moving my graphics, but that's okay. Oh, that is why. Please hold. Bear with me while I log in to control this differently, and then we will continue with your forecast. We'll talk about the First Alert weather day today and what to expect for the rest of the week. Just give me about 2 minutes. All right, now we're back in action here. Too many computers, not enough clickers. All right, so yesterday's rainfall. This is just, again, doing some catch up. You might have noticed it was raining pretty heavily yesterday. Atlanta officially picked up 1.4 inches of rain over 24 hours. Cumming picked up 0.63 inches of rain, Jonesboro 0.43 inches of rain, Adairsville even picking up over an inch of rain, and that did cause some wet roadways this morning. Thankfully, the rain has now come to a close, and it is all about the cold and the wind. I call days like today backwards days because you're going to start warmer, and instead of temperatures warming through the day, they're going to cool through the day. We'll be in the low 40s through the morning, and we'll stay in the 40s through the early afternoon. We'll briefly bump up maybe into the mid 40s across Metro this afternoon. That's about as warm as it's going to get through the afternoon hours before temperatures tumble after sunset. By 10 o'clock, temperatures dropping back into the 30s. And with the wind that is definitely going to be elevated today, it is going to feel a lot colder. Here's a look at some of the wind gusts expected today. Widespread gusts, 25 to 35. Again, we've already seen gusts isolated as high as 40. That will continue through the afternoon and into the evening. Wind will finally relax into tomorrow. Naturally, that is going to make the 40s feel even colder. You will need the coats today. If you haven't made your way out of the house yet, make sure that you don't leave without the winter coat. You will need it. It will feel more like the 30s throughout the entire afternoon and going into the evening with that really blustery wind. Thankfully, we'll see sunshine. If we had some cloud cover, that would make it a little worse, but that sunshine not going to help all that much today, but we'll look for the silver lining where we can take it. Overnight tonight, lows will drop into the upper 20s, to low 30s, so it'll be a freezing start to tomorrow. Keep the winter coats nearby. You're going to need them. And high temperatures tomorrow will climb into the low 50s. It'll generally be a comfortable day tomorrow. Of course, chilly, but it is December after all. It's supposed to be like that. And we'll see a lot of sunshine, so overall tomorrow will be a nice day. Heading into the weekend, if you're starting to think about the weekend, temperatures will be in the 50s on Saturday, mid to upper 50s. We'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies. It looks like we could have a wedge build in on Sunday and also some extra rain, which will ultimately just reinforce that cool air that's going to settle in. So Sunday's going to be kind of a dreary day. Cloudy, maybe a little misty, cool, damp with that chance for showers. Temperatures near 50 degrees through the day on Sunday, mornings in the 40s. So you'll need the jacket both Saturday and Sunday morning. And Sunday, again, that's just the perfect lazy day forecast. When you have a wedge build in like that and you get the clouds and the light rain, Yeah, good day to stay inside. Maybe make your favorite like comfort food, some sort of soup on Sunday. Yeah, that'll be a good day for that. Taking you into your First Alert 7-day forecast, we do have no First Alert weather days beyond today, so that's the good news. No super impactful weather on the horizon. We are keeping an eye on Sunday. If that rain chance continues to go up, which there is the possibility that it does, we will give you that First Alert weather day for Sunday. But look at this. We'll go back in the 60s next week. Monday, we'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures in the low 60s. We'll stay in the low 60s into next Tuesday, which after today, 60s is going to feel warm, y'all. So we'll enjoy it and we'll wait for it. But in the meantime, today, make sure that you are carrying that winter coat with you, staying warm, driving carefully with that wind, both hands on the steering wheel as you're driving today. And we'll continue to update you on your forecast in the First Alert weather app. Make sure to have that handy as well. All right, now we are going to update you on your news stories for the day today. And for that, I'm going to send it over to anchor Joy Lim Nakrin. And first, take a look outside before Joy joins us. You can see that camera shaking. Joy?
Whoa, thank you,
Woo.
Courtney. Yeah, it is so chilly out there. Just the wind. It's the wind that we've been talking about. So it's that feels like temperature. I actually want to start by letting folks know about a boil water advisory, which is in Forsyth County. This is underway right now. As we're just switching over, I'm going to switch over my graphics that will actually just tell you that there is a boil water advisory. So the area that this is impacting in Forsyth County, in coming specifically not too far from Chattahoochee Elementary School and the fire station number 5 as well. And we understand that water service is slowly being restored right now, and this is after some damage to a water main. But again, this is the Chattahoochee Elementary School and Fire Station number 5 area. As a precaution, there is a boil water advisory in place until all the water service is restored. But again, you know, you just want to boil your water if you are incoming in Forsyth County and near that area around Chattahoochee Elementary School and Fire Station number 5. Definitely drink bottled water if you're not able to, you know, boil your water for some reason. Obviously, it should be safe for showering, but not necessarily to drink. I want to also let you know about this crash that is being investigated as well. And this is sadly a deadly crash. And right now what Atlanta police are looking into is what exactly caused this incident involving a moped. Investigators tell us that a man on a moped was driving erratically on North Highland Avenue and at some point was hit by a car, and he ended up dying at the scene. There's still no word yet if the other driver is facing any charges. Still a lot of questions about that. The moped driver's name not being released at this time, but we're going to keep following the latest on this story and keep you up to date just as soon as we learn more. Also want to let you know about this major trial, really a gruesome case, and the trial continuing today for the woman who allegedly beat her girlfriend's young daughter to death. This is in Gwinnett County, and prosecutors say that little girl's mom also tried to cover the whole thing up. Atlanta News First Asia Wilson has more on what to expect in court today.
Celeste Owens is the one on trial. She's accused of killing her girlfriend's daughter. So far, jurors have viewed video of Owens hitting 8-year-old Amari Hall and her younger siblings. Detectives believe Owens hit Amari in the head several times, killing her nearly 3 years ago. Investigators say the young girl was then dumped in a wooded area in DeKalb County. All of this after she was reported missing by her mother, Brittany Hall. The mother called 911 suggesting the girl may have wandered off from the extended stay where they were living. Police claim the call you're about to hear was all an act. Prosecutors believe both women tried to cover up the murder.
When did you last see her?
Last time I seen her was last night. I went to sleep. She had on a white shirt. She had on pajamas. They were blue. They had like the other Tweety Bird on them.
Okay, so white shirt with Tweety Bird on it?
Yes.
Both Brittany Hall and Celeste Owens face multiple charges, including murder. Hall is expected to have a court trial at a later date. Owens will be in court this morning. In Gwinnett County, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
And turning now to this story in Marietta, one of the Metro's largest school districts, they're considering a plan to limit cell phone use by high school students. Atlanta News First reporter Bridget Spencer explains that parents and students have a better idea now of how that policy would actually be implemented if it is approved.
Marietta high schoolers and their parents are getting a taste of what a cell phone ban would look like for them.
The data is compelling.
Superintendent Grant Rivera showing data and results of how the policy has affected Marietta Middle and Marietta 6th grade academy.
The data is compelling enough to have the conversation.
Back in August, the district implemented a policy making middle schoolers place their cell phones in a yonder pouch and collecting them at the end of the school day.
Students themselves reporting that their classrooms are a better learning environment. Teachers at our middle grades have told us we are not fighting cell phones anymore.
Rivera is open to extending this policy to high schoolers, but some parents and students think that may not be the best idea.
The middle school age population is completely different than high school. I mean, we have kids that are 15 through 18 years old. They're old enough to drive. They're old enough to get in the military, to vote.
Addison Moreland is a junior at Marietta High. She started a petition against the policy that has more than 900 signatures.
There are some students who are very distracted on their phones in class. We should be educated on how to use them appropriately rather than just locking them up and taking them away from us completely.
Her father, Michael Moreland, says one of his bigger fears is not being able to reach his child during an emergency, such as an active shooter.
Our biggest fear is something happens and it either could have prevented it or it could have mitigated it.
In every single classroom in our middle grades across 2 different schools, there are magnets that are secured, so in the event of an emergency, teachers could unlock when it's safe to do such.
Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
And also making headlines, actor Jamie Foxx opening up about his health scare last year while filming here in Atlanta. He's saying that he had a brain bleed which led to a stroke. He was hospitalized here in Atlanta. He was later flown to Chicago for rehab. And he goes into detail about his health in a new Netflix special. And we've been talking a lot about this. And we have much more on AtlantaNewsFirst.com or by downloading.
I'm going to tell you right now that everybody my age and all the entertainers, it's time for us to stand up now and renew this dream.